today's story. Yes, me too, and I've got the perfect Halloween story for you. It's called Scary Edwin Paige, and it's written by Alex Silliphant. Edwin Paige was scary. Not hideously ugly scary. Not large yellow fangs scary. Not green-skinned, bulgy-eyed, blood-sucking monster scary. Edwin Paige was just plain scary. It was all because of his hair. It was blacker than a bin bag full of bad dreams, and that is what people saw. They looked at scary Edwin Paige's hair and felt like they were about to be dragged screaming into the darkest of nightmares. Even dogs would whimper and cower when scary Edwin Paige walked by, and cats would spit and run up trees. If a hamster had escaped from its cage, it soon scampered back when it saw scary Edwin Paige. Scary Edwin Paige liked being scary, but on one particular night each year, scary Edwin Paige was very, very scary indeed, and that night was Halloween. Scary Edwin Paige would trick or treat around his town, and people were so scared of them that it would collect enough sweets to last him for the rest of the year. Every house was the same. Scary Edwin Paige would knock on the door would open, and he would say, "Trick or treat." The people would see his nightmarish hair, throw all their sweets out to get rid of them, slam the door shut, lock it, and hide behind the sofa. This Halloween was different. Word soon got around scary Edwin Paige was trick-or-treating, so everyone in town turned out their lights and pretended not to be at home when he knocked on their doors. It didn't bother scary Edwin Paige. His treat sack was already so full it was almost splitting. He was about to go home when he saw a single light coming from an old house at the edge of town. Strange, thought scary Edwin Paige. I thought that house was empty. Must be new people. New victims, he muttered to himself. So scary Edwin Paige walked to the house and knocked on the door. There was no answer, so he knocked again. This time he heard soft footsteps getting nearer and nearer, and eventually, with a long moaning creak, the door opened, and there stood an old lady. "Trick or treat," hissed scary Edwin Paige through his teeth as he grinned wickedly. "Trick or treat," smiled the old lady sweetly. "Ooh, I do love choices." Said scary Edwin Paige. "My, what lovely hair you've got," said the old lady. Said scary Edwin Paige. "Ah, yes," said the old lady. "Trick or treat, wasn't it? Okay, I choose trick." The old lady reached up her right hand and grabbed her hair. For a while she looked a little puzzled as she twisted and tugged at her hair, this way and that, then she smiled. "Silly old me," she sighed. "I remember now." Then, with the sucking sound a Wellington boot makes when it is pulled out of thick gooey mud and the rip of dry paper, she ripped her head off. Scary Edwin Paige ran and ran as fast as he could, dropping his bulging sack of treats so that it didn't slow him down. He ran away from the sinister old house, he ran through the town with no lights on, he ran up the path to his house, he ran through his front door, he ran up the stairs, and he jumped into his bed. And he stayed hidden there under the covers, shaking with fear until morning. Some people wonder how not so scary Edwin Paige's hair changed colour that Halloween, but I think you'll agree sometimes it is better not to know. Sunshines, I hope you'll love that book just as much as me, and hope you have a brilliant Halloween. Thanks for watching, see you again soon, bye bye.